It's the Jacob Show. It's time. Let's go.
Yes, I know I do a music show that does a lot of music things, but I wanted to do something fun that's travel related and music related for this show. And I think it's kind of funny because I have a process to playlists and how I do travel playlists. And since it's kind of summerish right now, I figured I'd share my process with everybody listening and see what everybody else thinks about it. Now, for any vacation, for those who know me and have followed me a little bit, know that I do a lot of road trips, a lot of driving. So I always make playlists. I'd make playlists for everything. And it depends who's going, and if it's a playlist just for me, or if it's playlists for everybody, they're completely different. Usually the playlist for me gets torn apart and reassembled for a playlist for everybody, and then gets unassembled and reassembled again for when I don't travel with everybody. And it keeps it fresh. I move things around, and it keeps everybody guessing. And I like that. I like keeping everybody guessing because the next song will just be something you weren't expecting to get. You know, like, for example, this time around, I threw in a random Jessica Simpson song. Like, who the hell is Jessica Simpson for anybody? It was just a random song that was popular like 20 years ago. Just throw it in there because, like, what the hell is this? And it just kept everybody on the edge of what's next. So, my playlists usually run between 300 and 600 songs for road trips because my road trips usually take, many days of driving. So the process usually starts with, again, how far I'm going and how many surprises I want to throw in. So about 300 to 600 songs is a lot of songs. And yeah, I know I have a giant indie playlist, two playlists from my show, and those are always available. That's 300 songs of independent artists that have been on the show. That's out there. You guys know how to find it. I'm not going to sell it to you right now. It's on the other show. Go get it. It's a great playlist of discovering fantastic independent music. And those songs are always available. But they're already organized on Spotify. I'll hit that playlist up and then it just plays and it's great. And it's always a surprise of what's in there. Great music. Now, for what I do for when I'm driving, besides that, is I can't just entertain myself with the music I have from the show because I listen to it all the time, but I also have to entertain everybody else for long drives. So, you get your regular top 40 tracks that get thrown on there, and that's just some of it. But I also have to, understand my audience that's going to be driving with me for days. So I throw in, besides the top 40, I throw in I just threw in a whole album of BTS. Just for fun. So you get all those songs there. Keep it interesting. You break into some older stuff. You go into some Prince. You got to throw in some Prince on there just to mix it up. And remember, this is all in shuffle. This is not in any particular order when it plays. So you can get like recent song and an older song just pop up. Again, keeping everybody fresh. And this time around, I threw in Prince. I threw in some Queen. Mixed it all in there. This is like throwing in whole albums of tracks, at least 8 to 10 songs from each artist. I already mentioned a whole BTS new album I threw in there. I discovered a new band, AMH, threw a bunch of their songs on there. Again, a little bit of entertaining myself there, but just mixing it all up. But I also throw in, besides the current top 40, I throw in a lot of older stuff and a lot of songs that were one-hit wonders. Movie soundtracks. I throw in some movie soundtracks in there, so you might grab a random song from like any random movie. It could happen. Also, one hit wonders like I just mentioned. You might get a single from like Geordie Birch or Fine Young Cannibals. I know they had a couple hits. Great stuff. And then like Fastball. Like, who the hell's Fastball? Go find it. You'll know. I like throwing like random songs that you wouldn't expect or you haven't heard for like 30 years. And of course, again, more of entertaining myself, I throw in like a bunch of Europe songs that I don't have to like have on repeat, or is just like 800 Europe songs, but I throw in like 4 or 5 just for my entertainment. Recently with this playlist had 600 songs. I threw in Scorpions, just some Scorpions out there just to mix it up with some more rock. Obviously Morgan Wallen, a little bit of country got to mix in to break it up a little bit. Luke Bryan also was thrown in a little bit there. Just like I said, you never know what your next track is going to be. So why not something for everybody? And a little bit of Kansas or Leonard Skinner, that gets thrown on there. When you're road tripping, some CCR maybe. That was pretty good. I had Three Dog Night on there this time. I'm like, old-fashioned love song. You know, it's good stuff. Like, I like music from 50s, 60s, 70s. It's just different eras. And when you're driving, you're not expecting it. And once in a while, you might pop up with an old Elvis track or a random Beatles track, just to keep you guessing. It keeps the drive fresh. It's something different. You're not listening to the same stuff over and over like on the radio. That's why I had so many this time around. And it was a long drive too. And then you'll pop up with all these old tracks. You throw in some Chris Stapleton. I just had some in there. Alex Warren. That's some new stuff. But in all that, I still add some Eminem and Tupac. And you have to have a little bit of a mix for everything. You don't know what the situation you're going to be in. You know, long drive, maybe nighttime. And I find my playlists keep me awake. One, because I'm anticipating the next track of being something completely different to what I'm listening to right now. And I don't remember. After I put it together, I don't remember what I put in there. I just go through songs and just add. This one's good, add. And I try to keep it stuff that won't annoy me as much, but I'll keep everybody else entertained, if that makes sense. Because if it's annoying me, I might want to skip it as I'm driving. I tend to do that on my own playlist once I get bored when I'm driving all day, every day. So I keep it fresh and rotating. That's why with 600 songs this time around, I don't think I skipped almost anything. It was just random. So as I do a lot of road trips, it's become like a tradition for me to put together a playlist every time. And it's a lot of fun. Like I said, because I'm getting old and I forget what I put on it. But rediscovering old songs. The amount of music. Like, I've been listening to music since the mid-'80s. The amount of music I've grew up with and then rediscovered in my teenage years, and then went back to at least the mid-'50s and rediscovered all of that music, 50s, 60s, and all those generations of music. I even had a phase where I started looking into, and I blame hip-hop for this, when I started looking into the disco tracks in the 70s soul, because that's where a lot of stuff was sampled from for 90s hip-hop. So 90s hip-hop got me to discover funk, soul, and disco, and I blame sampling. So I'm like, oh, that's cool music too. So my catalog of music really opened up then too. So every generation had a lot of different music you can pull from and add to your playlist. That's one of my playlists I have a lot of fun with, because you just don't expect the next track to come up. You don't know. It's random. It's not alphabetical. It's just anything that'll pop up. So you get a cool little mix. Keeps everybody entertained. So that's just giving you guys a little input of what I do pre-trip a couple of times a year. And I don't know, do you guys do that? Do you guys set up, like, is it even important to you to have a soundtrack? Like, I like to keep myself entertained. It's a long drive, and so I kind of set this up. What do you guys do for your trips? Do you make a playlist? Do you already have a playlist you listen to all the time? Do you go through your playlist and clean it up? I'd like to know. That's the episode that I want you guys to let me know what you do. If you guys like listening to this stuff, and this show, please give it a follow, like, and subscribe. And I would really appreciate it. And share it with someone who likes or doesn't like playlists and get their opinion on it. I'd love some more feedback. Talk to you guys soon.